Hej och hjärtligt välkomna. Jag heter Anna Tiblin och är generalsekreterare för OI-effekt. Och med mig här i studion på Östgötagatan i Stockholm så har jag ingen mindre än kokboksförfattaren, matinspiratören och min personliga hjälte, Sara Bergner. Välkommen, som arbetar som chef på Coops provkök och medlemstidning Mersmak. Välkommen.
Tack snälla, vad roligt att se dig igen. Vi har ju träffats förr. Det är
precis.
så mysigt att träffas igen. Och så är jag också jättesugen på att veta mer om det här projektet. Få prata kaffe kanske.
Ja men härligt. Ska vi ska ju ge oss iväg till Uganda tillsammans. Så kaffe ska vi prata och kaffe ska vi också besöka. Det kan jag garantera. Men innan vi lämnar över till kollegorna i Uganda så vill jag bara säga ett par korta ord om det här projektet. Och det vi gör nu, det är en digital resa som är en del av en pågående kampanj som vi gör tillsammans med våra medlemsorganisationer. Jag vet inte om ni läser Dagens Nyheter, så kanske ni har sett att vi har jättefina annonser som har betalats av Swedbank, Konsumentföreningen Stockholm och också Coop. Alltså stort och varmt tack till alla er i medlemsorganisationerna för att ni deltar i utvecklingen av den här kampanjen, och tack för att ni hjälper till att sprida den. Som sagt, alldeles strax så ska vi besöka Uganda Coffee Project som är ett helt unikt pilotprojekt. Projektet startade för snart 5 år sedan tillsammans med Lykke Kaffegårdar och Konsumentföreningen Stockholm. Och syftet är ju att förbättra livssituationen för kaffebönder i Uganda och samtidigt importera kvalitetskaffe till Sverige. För då, precis som nu, så är situationen för kaffebönderna svår och många lever i fattigdom, inte minst kvinnorna. De främsta 2 hindren för att bönder ska kunna förbättra sina inkomster är 1. Att man saknar kunskap, kompetens för att odla kvalitetskaffe som man får ett högre pris på för marknaden. Och det andra är att de saknar tillgång till större marknader än de lokala. För på den lokala marknaden så behöver bönderna i brist på alternativ sälja sitt kaffe till grossister, alltså mellanhänder, som kan ju egentligen erbjuda hur lite som helst. Och då har man inget val och så säljer man sitt kaffe. Och det är precis det som vi har kommit till rätta med i det här projektet. Så genom att para ihop våra samarbetsorganisationer i Uganda med Lykke så har nu bönderna möjlighet att exportera kvalitetskaffe av högsta kvalitet. Kaffebönderna har fått tillgång till utbildning i hur man producerar bönor av högre kvalitet, och samarbetet innebär också att bönderna kan gå förbi alla de här mellanhänderna, giriga mellanhänder kanske man kan säga, och sälja direkt till rosteriet.
Ja, det är fantastiskt. Och den första leveransen den kom precis nyligen i somras.
Precis.
Och det är bönor av hög kvalitet som Lykke Kaffegårdar har tagit fram ett riktigt premiumkaffe ifrån. Så det ska bli jättespännande att smaka det här kaffet. Och de som Lyckes experter säger att det ska vara ett balanserat kaffe med lite smaker av oraffinerat socker, vinbär och tranbär. Det låter väl spännande?
Ja, lite så här sofistikerat.
Jag har lite balanserat sofistikerat. Så ett bättre vin låter det.
Ja, eller hur?
Ja.
Jag tänker att det har blivit dags att bege oss iväg till foten av Mountain of the Moon som bönorna kommer ifrån och träffa kaffebönderna Jocelyn Twice och hennes man Mutagwanza Sanair som är medlemmar i Isebwe Farmers Marketing Cooperative.
Det var ett långt ord.
Eller hur?
Och vi kommer även att träffa scouten Bright Nectar som är en kaffescout som jobbar på Lunar Coffee. Han är ett samarbetspartner till Lykke. Och han kommer med oss idag och kommer jättegärna ställa frågor. Och då kan ni ställa dem i den här rutan som är avsedd för frågor. Precis. Eller direkt i chatten. Och var inte blyga, vi vill jättegärna att ni deltar och ställer frågor i den. Och sen så kan man också förstås swisha. Då ska ni använda Swish-appen. Ja,
det är ju fantastiskt.
Men nu ska vi iväg till Revansori. Eller snarare lättare att säga, Mountain of the Moon. Är det?
Fantastiskt,
Ja.
Exakt. Är du redo?
Ja, vi är redo. Vi kör.
Ja, men då kör vi. Okay, so let's hope Catherine and our team in Uganda are ready. And over to you.
Thank you and welcome. We are live in Uganda, Mount Rwenzori region, also known as Mountain of the Moon. And we are live at the farm of Jocelyn Tuhaise, together with her husband, Mutalanzwa Sanairi. And during this digital tour, we'll be visiting these coffee farmers, where we'll be able to witness how they are practicing sustainable agriculture. So sit back, relax,
going to be fast,
and immerse
and then
yourself
we
in
go
the
the other
process as we have a look and have a snippet about their life and how they are able to cope with the effects of climate change, and also how they're able to practice coffee farming here in Mount Rwenzori. Welcome, Jocelyn.
Welcome, viewers. I'm Jocelyn Tuhaise, a farmer of Isebwe Farmers Marketing Cooperative Society. This is my farm. It is located in Hansel, Ibanda 2 Ward, Ibanda Chanya Town Council, Kasese District, Rwenzori Region, Uganda. Here is my animal pen. There is sheep and goats. These animals you are seeing here, they give me dung that I use as manure in my coffee farm. In front of me, they are coffee farmers of Isebwe Farmers Marketing Cooperative. They have also come to visit my farm, see how I'm running it. In front of mine, there is this white bag. This white bag, I use it to protect the environment of my farm. All the plastic materials and the polythene bags, I collect them and keep them here when this bag is full. Being a coffee farmer, I'm having down there have beehives. I have to make it full. Then the town council, it is down to come and pick it at the road where we stage it. They go and burn it from very far, because we as farmers, if we burn it from near the farm, it can cause harm to my bees and the environment of my farm will not be safe. Here is my home. I'm married to Mutalanzwa Sanairi. We have 5 children. As we proceed to the farm, because of joining Isebwe Farmers Cooperative as a coffee farmer, I have benefited a lot in the cooperative. I have been trained in leadership for change, where I have come out with a vision to start up an agrotourism farm. If you happen to come and visit my farm, you will have to observe the following. We have coffee tours, farm tours, coffee roasting class, nature photography, environmental conservation, local community tours, animals encounters, and beekeeping. All those I have mentioned, if you happen to come to Uganda, you will see them live. As we proceed to the coffee farm, here is a trail.
Yes, viewers, I'm right at the garden of Jocelyn, and she's taking the path, the trail to her farm. You can see the coffee trees. So she'll come in and explain more to us about the crop and really how much are they able to gain from this crop. So welcome, Jocelyn.
Welcome, viewers. This is my farm. It's called Farm C, and this Farm C is 1 acre land. I have planted there 279 coffee trees, and the last season I got 300 kilograms of Druga coffee. This land you are seeing here, you can see it is having bananas for food security. You can see they are planted trees, the mechanical tire, Golveria. These trees, they help my coffee farm to have shades. And those shades, they protect the environment. When drought comes, the shades will keep the coffee not to dry. These trees also help my farm to get manure and get nitrogen. At the same time, I use these trees as firewood. Here in Rwenzori region, we plant Arabic coffee because it is the one that is suitable for our soils here in Mount Rwenzori. This Arabic coffee, we are inheriting it from our grandparents because they also used it as a cash crop to improve their way of living. Even us, right now, we are planting Arabic coffee because of improving our life.
Okay, thank you, Jocelyn. I think looking at this coffee tree, it would be good to hear from you. How many kilograms are you able to harvest from a specific tree, and also from the whole garden, the coffee bushes that you have in your garden? Yes.
Like as I told you that last season, I got 300. Like the green seeds you are seeing now, these berries, the green ones, these ones, they will be ready in the fry season, which is March. This tree, I will manage to get 1 kilogram of coffee, the dried one. But if I pick and sell the cooperative red cherry, I will get 6 kilograms from this tree. But the coffee, it depends on which type of land where the coffee is planted. Like this farm, the way you are seeing it, it is just, I planted it in 2017. So if we visited farm A, with it the trees are older than this farm. Per each tree, I can get 3 kilograms, 2.5. It depends on the season. And when you have a look on my farm, you can see there are trenches. Those trenches help me to control soil erosion.
Yes, that is very good. And how does that translate in terms of transforming your life and that of your household? How does that look like for you as a farmer?
Because of being a coffee farmer and joining a cooperative, it has improved my way of living. I have managed to construct a good house and shift from hard to rich areas where I used to stay in the mountains. Now I'm near the road. I'm on a flat land, though you look at it as if it's a hilly one. But to me, it is a flat land. Even the coffee farming has helped me to manage, educate my children. Like right now as I speak, all my children are at school. Even this farm you are seeing, it has helped me to get money and buy medicine for my animals. Even it has improved my family, whereby in case if one of us falls sick, we are able to access medical care in time.
I know it's not all easy for you as a farmer. I'm sure you experience some challenges. It would be good to hear what are some of your day-to-day challenges as a coffee farmer.
It is true, here we have challenges. I'm going to introduce my husband, Mr. Mtranzwa Sanei, to come and take you through the challenges that we face here in coffee farming and in Rwenzori region at large.
I'm Mtranzwa Sanei, the husband to Jocelyn. I have over 25 years in coffee farming experience. With all these years, we have some challenges as a farmers of coffee. We have a challenge of climate change. In climate change, we experience prolonged droughts, whereby from December to March, there is a lot of shine, where it lowers our crop production. But with this, we have tried to help and plant some farmers and plant some trees in our gardens so that it fixes the nitrogen, it gives shade, and we use them. Part of the branches we used for firewood. So we have done all that by the prolonged to avoid the prolonged drought. Another one, it's rainfall, too much rainfall. When it's long droughts, as it rains heavily, it causes soil erosion. But we have managed this by developing or by making some trenches that you can see in the garden, which controls soil and controls water, and whereby the coffee is getting the water very slowly. During the drought, when we reach the drought, it finds when the coffee is stable and the berries have grown, and so that we maintain the production. We still have a problem of challenge of lower prices. In here, the price is not stable. You find out in the morning the price is high, in the evening the price is low. Even we have some middlemen and so on, which are giving the price which is not good. But by joining the cooperative, we have tried to manage selling together our coffee and get better prices. And even we were trying to roast part of our coffee so that we get also, we add value on our coffee so that we retain some money as a family. So we still have a problem of high costs or high cost labor. During the harvesting season, our children, they stay in school, and you find we are working together with my wife in the farm. When other farmers also have coffee, and we fail to get somebody to help us in the farm, but we are trying slowly so that we get our production or to earn more money. We still have a problem of infrastructure. Our infrastructure here is very poor. From our home to where we sell our coffee, the roads are very poor. During the rainfall, when transport, we find we carrying our coffee to the backs, taking it to the market. So it's also a challenge. We also have a challenge of pests and diseases during the drought, such as rusting. When it's too much prolonged drought, the coffee developed some rusting, leaf rust. But we are trying this by making our local pesticides, by adding red pepper, adding ash, and even some animal urine, and trying to spray the coffee, even adding enough manure so that the coffee, it becomes it feeds very well and have enough food so that it supports the berries. With all these challenges, we have tried, but we are still in the coffee farming system. Those are the major challenges that I can mention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sanaili. Our viewers, as you can hear, coffee farming is rewarding, but farmers still experience challenges, but they are using indigenous knowledge to ensure that they are trying to address some of the challenges that they experience. Here in Mount Ruwenzori, we have a project that we call the Bean to Cup, where we are working with Luna Coffee, one of our partners, to be able to educate farmers to adopt good agronomical practices. And at this point, I will introduce Bright, one of the coffee scouts from Luna Coffee, who can share with us what are some of the practices that they are using to be able to train farmers and to create more awareness for them to be able to improve the yields of their coffee. Welcome, Bright.
Thank you, Catherine. Ladies and gentlemen, the esteemed members of the WIFEC team, the Luna Coffee, a dedicated team, the team from Isebwe Cooperative, and everyone who has gathered virtually to listen to me today. I'm delighted to stand before you as Bright Kibabwa Nexton, the lead agronomist, Luna Coffee Limited, and project coordinator, Bean to Cup project. Today I would like to tell you about my roles and the roles of the Coffee Scouts in helping farmers outside in the mountains to improve the productivity of coffee and increase the livelihoods. The Bean to Cup project has one overarching goal of contributing to the improvement of livelihood of smallholder coffee farmers, especially the vulnerable women and young people in the Mount Rwenzori region. To make sure that this project is seamlessly orchestrated, I work with a team of 18 coffee scouts who go outside in the field and train farmers on different coffee agronomic practices and the other activities that are under this project. Under this project, we have different activities. One of them, we have the training farmers on good agronomic practices in coffee farming. Under this activity, we look at activities like controlling pests and diseases, weed control, minimum tillage at the farm, having trenches in the gardens, and so many activities related to agronomy. Secondly, we train on gender inclusivity in coffee farming, where we have every household member contributing in coffee production. Because we know when a family works together, they will achieve a vision together and the family will grow and develop. And you know, our main aim is improving the livelihood of the entire family, not one person in the family. We train on social responsibility, and under social responsibility, we cover activities like environmental conservation, where we tell farmers to grow more trees, to make sure that they practice agroforestry in coffee farming. Another social responsibility activity, we look at making sure that there is no child labor at the farm, ensuring that there is fair treatment, the hired labor at the farm. We also make sure that we help these farmers form groups, especially the village saving and loans association groups, such that they don't spend all the money on household activities that may not be developmental. We do this by including an activity of collective marketing in VSLOAs. The days when they come to save, we tell them to come with their coffee. We send there a scout to make sure that they pay for their coffee. Then they leave part of the money in their VSLA and take a portion at home for other activities that they are supposed to handle in their families. We also have a model called 5-5 approach, where every scout selects 5 farmers gardens, and they pay special attention to 5 coffee trees. So this special attention that they pay to 5 coffee trees, it showcases the good agronomic practices that are supposed to be implemented in the entire farm. Of course, you will see that these 5 trees that are attended to intensively, they perform very well compared to other trees, and farmers will pick from there, knowing that if I do this activity in the entire garden of mine, the coffee will come out very well and the production will increase. During the harvest season, we make sure that the scouts are training farmers on quality such that we can receive the best cherry quality at our washing station. We don't like stripping, because when farmers strip, it means they are bringing to us unripe coffee. They are bringing to us coffee that is not ready cherry. So the scouts help farmers to harvest the best cherries by training them on selective picking, training them on floating, and training them on collective marketing. Because when they do collective marketing, it means they are using their groups as markets, collectively marketing their coffee, and they will be quality controllers of their own. The group will not accept to sell coffee of low quality because they want to fetch better prices, premium prices that can help them grow. So it's my role as the lead agronomist to design training materials for the scouts, to have training of trainers sessions such that our scouts go outside to the field when they have the relevant information that will help the farmers outside there in the field. In my hand, I have one of the agronomist tools that we use. This is a simple tool to carry, Sometimes I just carry it in my pocket with my attire. When I reach at a farm where we need to do desuckering, I just help a farmer and train them how to do desuckering. When I reach at a farm where it has been stamped, they need to do sucker selection, then I will train the farmer how to select the best suckers that will remain on the stamped coffee, and we remove the ones that are not looking nice. In closing, I would like to thank We Effect and Luna Coffee Limited for entrusting me with this position of agronomist and projects coordinator. Special thanks to Mr. Elijah Kajuvi for supporting me in becoming a nice project manager. I'm learning from him. He guides me a lot. Special thanks to Mr. Ben Carlson, our CEO, for entrusting me with a position of agronomist. I'm very happy to be under this project. Holds a special place in my heart as it aims at improving the livelihood of our farmers in the Rwenzori region. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bright. As you have heard our viewers, the secret or the ingredient to achieving right to food is actually training farmers on good agronomical practices so that they are able to improve their yields. So we'll send back the team to studio so that you can direct us with the questions directed to Jocelyn and her husband, Mr. Sanairi. Back to you in studio.
Okay, thank you very much, Jocelyn and Bright and Catherine and Mokret. It's been a pleasure to meet you and to hear about the challenges and so on. And we know that you're waiting for it to rain, so we know you're a bit stressed about that. But let's see if we can get some questions through to you before it comes pouring down. I think the first question is, if you could just talk a bit about how long you've been on the farm and how long have you been on the farm and if you have many species of trees.
The farm and what species do you have for your coffee?
In this farm, I have been in this farm since 2020. I have been in this farm since 2020. So those are 23 years.
Okay.
And what species do you have in your farm?
I have bananas for food security. I have trees for shades in my farm. I have kitchen garden also for food security. I have beekeeping for when coffee is flowering, the bees come and collect nectar. We also get good honey from the bees.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very, very much. I'm going to hand over to Sara.
Okay, thank you. I was thinking about this fermenting of the beans. How long do you ferment them, and is it a risky business? Is it
like mold?
Yeah, mold, or are they dried out? Or is it a project that can be very risky for you when the fermenting of the beans? When you ferment them?
We don't ferment coffee.
No, you don't.
We pick. If we are selling red cherry, we pick and sell immediately.
Okay.
If we are not selling red cherry, after picking, we dry on tarpaulin.
Okay, so they are not fermented at all.
Yes.
So I would like to jump in and have some farmers who ferment, and most of our farmers who ferment, they process honey processed coffees and fully washed coffees. For those ones who process fully washed coffees, they ferment 12 hours, 18 hours, 24 hours, depending on the buyers who want your coffee, or depending on your company, what tells you to supply them. So after fermenting, this helps the mucilage to become easily removed from the fermented bean. So when you go to washing, it becomes very easy. All the mucilage is washed out, then you remain with clear parchment, which is fully washed. But for the honey processed parchment, it is also not fermented. Then we have the naturals. For Jocelyn and the husband, they only process naturals. They harvest the red ripe cherries, they float to remove the defected beans, then they dry naturally the coffee, such that they can have all the flavors kept in their coffee. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Maybe I can jump in there also and ask you, Bright, maybe you could explain a little bit more about the difference with this project being precisely that you're selling the fresh berries, that you're not drying them, and that this is something new for the coffee farmers. So maybe you can explain, why is that new?
Okay, we as Luna Coffee, we request farmers to always sell us red cherry coffees. Most times we don't like buying processed coffees at farm level because there is a way we process our coffee. We make different micro lots. Every coffee that comes from a specific region, from a specific group of farmers, is processed separately. For example, the 5-5 project coffee of the farmers who are implementing the 5-5 project, we process it separately. We don't mix the coffees. So if we buy farmers coffee that is processed at farm level, we may end up buying mixed coffee. So what we tell farmers, we tell them to float the red cherry, then they give it to us when it is fresh. Then we decide based on the contracts we have. If we have contracts for fully washed coffees, we process fully washed coffees. If we want honey processed, then we process honey processed. If we want naturals, we go and process naturals, following our production protocols at our washing station. But of course, this benefits the farmer because you find locally the price of drugas. Farmers, most of our farmers who process drugas, they dry then harvest. The price of drugas, you find that currently it is at 8,000. But if you sell red cherry, every kilogram of druga, it is got from 6 kilograms of red cherry. So 6 kilograms of red cherry, currently they are buying at 2,000. So 2,000 times 6, that is 12,000. But selling the drugas locally, it is only 8,000. So the farmer, you find that is losing the money. He's putting a lot of efforts to sun dry the coffee, and yet he can sell it as red cherry. Then he does other agronomic activities in his or her garden. Thank you.
Så det är en större risk. Vi vill gärna påminna vår publik om att ställa fler frågor. Ni måste vara jättenyfikna på produktionen och ställa dem direkt till bönderna som jobbar med det här.
And I'll take the opportunity. We just said in Swedish that we want the audience to ask more questions. They're being shy. But Jocelyn, could I ask you, as a farmer, a female farmer, what does this mean for you? Being able to sell the fresh coffee, the red cherries as we're calling them. Has it made a difference?
It helps me to get money which is valued, because if I sell dried one, I'll get less money. But when I sell it direct from the farm and to the washing station, it is cheap for me. I can pick, after picking, I take to the washing station, then I use other time for the activities at my home. Because if I say I will dry druga, that means I will spend most of the time in drying. When it comes to rain, I enter inside. When it is sunshine, I also bring back. But when I pick red berries, take them direct to the washing station, it takes little time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much. I think we have one question that's come in, and that is that Bright talked about the support, the technical support that he gives. He showed us his clippers. But what other support do you receive as a coffee farmer through this collaboration?
Me?
What other support do you receive?
In being a coffee farmer, and a member of the cooperative, the supports I have got, we get the agronomists to come and train us on how to manage our soil by putting in trenches. We have got trainings in financial literacy. We have also got trainings in gender equality. We also get support by giving us tools to use in this farm, like hose, panga, and is it spade? And spade.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm going to ask you one more question and then I'm going to leave to Sara, and that is, I'm going to ask your husband, Mr. Mutangwans, how do you feel about your wife? I mean, you must be proud of this woman.
How do you feel about your wife, and are you proud about all the achievements?
I feel okay because we are doing this together, because the family is for us together. If we are doing this, we have managed to educate our children, we have managed to construct the house, we have managed to work on our farms, all the three. They are healthy and they're giving us the enough production that supports our family.
Thank you. Congratulations.
Good for you. Is it good to be a team? I'm
In
impressed
my
by
farm, and I'm very much excited because of joining the cooperative. Today, my voice has reached Sweden. That's all I can say. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And my question to you now is, it seems it's not raining. Do you want to do the tour that you were thinking before and maybe take us to the kitchen and as we were planning originally? And about the red berries and so on?
Yeah, we want to see the red berries.
We can.
Because we don't know.
We can. Sedunia saumbure chavakanza.
So we're improvising.
Right now, we are in my farm. This is the coffee we pick from our farm. You can see it is only red cherry. We don't pick green, we don't pick yellow. This is the only type we pick. And we don't dry it on the ground. We dry it on the tarpaulin. We pick it from the farm using a basin and a basket.
Thank you very much for showing that. And then we understand that then you sell it straight to Lunar Coffee, and then it goes directly to the washing station that was built with the support of...
Okay.
Yeah.
Kitchen garden.
No, please, go ahead.
And we love the goat.
We love the goats.
You will stand there, yeah?
Och är det några frågor om ekologisk odling och så ställ gärna dem. Alltså hur de lyckas hålla sig borta från besprutning och bekämpningsmedel. För det är ändå intressant.
Because I was very far. This is the sample of my kitchen garden.
Ah,
I have dodo. I have others having eggplants. I have tomatoes. I have skuma wiki and other vegetables. This is the sample.
Hennes egen trädgård.
precis.
Köksträdgården.
We are proceeding to my kitchen. Here is a water tank where I collect my water from. The gutters are not there, but when it rains, I collect, I get a basket, I get the basket and use it to put in the water in the tank. Here is my kitchen. This is my security dog. It has been raining. We had to remove it from outside and hide it inside here. This is the charcoal stove. With this one I use charcoal. With this one I only use 2 firewoods.
Okay. And this is where you cook?
This one is an energy stove.
And is this the kitchen where you cook for your family?
They are asking you, is that the kitchen where you cook for your family?
Yes.
Yes.
This one, I use it like when it rains. My goats will not go to the bush. I will have to get them and peel the matoke. I cook for them, then I serve them.
Okay. And how big is your family? How many people lives with you?
Thank you, viewers.
How big is your family?
We are 7 members in my family.
And you all work at the farm? Are you helping each other, everybody in the family?
Yes, we work as a team.
Yes.
We work as a team, my children and my husband. Apart from the one who is 4 years only. But others, we work as a team, and that's why you have seen that my farm is improved.
Yes. It was very beautiful. Thank you so much for showing us.
And thank you. If we maybe a final question could be,
Okay.
thank you for showing us your farm. We see that there is a lot of pride and growth, but what would you say what's your biggest challenge as a coffee farmer?
Biggest coffee challenge as a coffee farmer during drought. We experience no water in this area. That is the big challenge I have.
And so how are you dealing with drought?
As you see my house, if I had a very big tank, I can manage during drought to put water in my trenches in order my coffee trees to get water from those trenches.
Okay. So that's what you want to do in the future, a bigger tank. You need a bigger tank to provide water when it's not raining.
In future, you need a big tank.
I'm planning to have it in future.
Yeah.
And you're doing intercropping so that the water stays also, of course, in the land longer, and it's supporting your coffee plants.
Intercropping in my farm so that during drought, my coffee trees can get water from other crops that are in my coffee farm.
kind of crops do you intercrop with your coffee?
The types of crops that I intercrop with my coffee, as you are seeing, I have bananas, I have vanilla, I have trees for shades in the farm, I have tomatoes the other side. Those are the only crops in my farm. And matoke are for food security.
Thank you for that. I think we've been asking you a lot of questions, but maybe you have a question for us.
Do you have a question for the viewers? They have asked you many questions. I'm sure you have one or two.
The question I have might be, thank you for visiting me. Next time, I request that you come and visit my farm physically. You see how we experience coffee here in Rwenzori.
Thank you very much for that invitation. I think we'd love to do that very much. And I think we just really want to thank you for the opportunity to visit you and your family and your farm. And thank you very much for that.
You're doing a great job. It's a pleasure to see what you're doing there. Thank you so much for letting us be able to look at your work and your life.
And best of luck.
Best of luck for you.
Thank you.
So thank you, our viewers. I think you have had a front row seat experience of witnessing how coffee is grown and some of the challenges that farmers experience. And of course, the opportunities that lie ahead for us together to work with cooperatives and also with smallholder farmers to be able to achieve the right to food. We are stronger together. Thank you.
Thank you very, very much. And Catherine, I'm going to improvise, because you see that the question function, it wasn't working, but now all of a sudden it worked and we have more questions. Do you have the patience?
Great.
All right, let's do it.
Great.
What does it mean to have a female coffee scout in the project?
Do you have a female coffee scout?
Oh, very good question. I think do we have a female coffee scout in the project, Jocelyn?
In Isebwe, we have one.
Yes.
In Isebwe Farmers Cooperative, we have one.
And how? Okay, thank you.
Okay, next one. Then I know we talked about it in the beginning, but maybe just to repeat. How many coffee farmers are involved in this collaboration, and how long has the project been going on?
So how many coffee farmers do you have?
For Isebwe,
For
we have 408 coffee farmers.
Okay. And one more question. What makes this region suitable for growing coffee beans? Is the climate change driving changes in how to run your farm?
Can I ask the question again?
What makes the region so suitable for coffee farming?
So suitable for coffee farming, we have 2 rain seasons in a year, which support coffee, which support our 2 coffee harvesting seasons, the fly crop and the main crop, which is from August to December, and the fly crop is from March up to June. Our soils are fertile. They are deep fertile soils. They are mountainous soils of the Mount Rwenzori. Then the terrain supports the Arabica coffee. That's why here we don't plant Robusta coffee, we only plant Arabica coffee and does well, thrives in our region. Yes, thank you very much.
There's a question that has been asked which you can also respond. How many?
Okay, we have a total of 18 scouts. The female scouts are 8 and the male scouts are 10.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much for that. And I think we have maybe just one last question. How can you start a coffee farm to get this kind of quality? How do you do it?
Yes, how do you start a coffee farm and ensure quality as well? What is the starting point?
As the name of our project, Bean to Cup, we look at coffee quality from seed, from the time you put the seed in the soil up to the time you cup it or you consume it as a consumer outside there. So to make sure you get the best quality coffee, you have to start from the nursery bed. Prepare a very nice coffee nursery bed, where the nursery bed you have enough manure that will support the seedling come out when it is healthy. Make sure that you pick the seeds which you are going to plant from a certified coffee seed supplier. It is UCDA, Uganda Coffee Development Authority, which always certifies those people. And make sure that you get the variety that is suitable for your region. For example, where we are now, it is, I think, over 1,200 meters above sea level. We plant SL28. So if you bring in SL14, you may get low produce at the end when you start harvesting. So you plant SL28 and you make sure you follow the good agronomic practices from the nursery bed up to the time you harvest, up to the time you rejuvenate the coffee trees. Yes. Basically that. If I mention anything, we may take 2 days here. So briefly, that is it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. I think we got most of that, and we're very happy that we have you from Lunar Coffee also to support with that technical knowledge. So thank you very much. And I think now we've come to where we start wrapping up this program. And I'm going to thank you once again, but I'll ask, are there any final words from your side?
I can give a final thank you or anything that you'd want to say as we wrap up. Both of you, even Bright and Jocelyn. Can start with you, Bright.
Okay. To end this session, I just want to thank everyone who has gathered virtually to listen to us. The support you're giving us as Lunar Coffee, as Isebwe, we highly welcome it, and we ask for continued support such that this project continues. We reach many farmers, we train many farmers in the Rwenzori region. Though the project says we are lifting the livelihood of the Rwenzori farmers in the Rwenzori region, we are not covering the entire Rwenzori region. Rwenzori region is very large. So it means we need more coffee scouts, we need more funds to help us support these farmers such that we can elevate the entire Rwenzori region in terms of positive livelihood change. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much, viewers, for visiting my farm. I thank the cooperative and We Effect for organizing, for training us how to improve our coffee farm and in order to get good quality of coffee. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you for supporting us in this program and visiting our farm. And we hope we shall improve even more than this. But as we are trying, we shall keep in touch and welcome other members to come in and visit us and see what's happening here. Actually, the thing is wonderful. Thank you.
Yes. Finally, is to say thank you today. And also for member organizations who are participating online, I think you can see your support goes a long way to transform the lives of smallholder farmers in East Africa and other regions. But Jocelyn and her husband are a witness of the power of cooperation and how it can transform the lives of farmers. So thank you very much. Over to you in studio.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
I just want to say it's fantastic to have the opportunity to talk to you directly, to listen to your voices about your farm, your reality, and to get it directly as opposed to reading about it or talking about it. We're listening. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah. And thank you so much for letting us visit you. And thank you, Jocelyn, and everybody. Thank you so much.
And best of luck.
Best of luck with the rain and everything. And the goat.
Hi.
Thank you so much. Ja,
Men
du
nu kan vi
Sara.
prata. Precis, alltså det är så spännande att se att det är så konkret. Det är den här farmen, det är hennes familj.
Det är sekatören.
Det är sekatören, den här sekatören. Man kan ju tänka själv att,
Ja.
när jag har mitt äppelträd,
Ja.
om jag klipper det fel så blir det inget bra.
Ja.
Och så kommer någon och visar hur man gör och så blir det mycket bättre.
Ja, men precis.
Ja.
Och så om du tänker dig just att kunna sälja kaffet färskt utan att behöva torka det först.
Ja.
För tidigare så var det ju så att det är kvinnorna som stannar hemma, man ska torka kaffet, man gör det direkt på backen.
Och så finns det risk med det
Och så
förstås.
finns det en massa säkerhetsrisker. Du kan du sälja direkt, så helt plötsligt så får kvinnorna också en helt annan situation. Så du får in kvinnor i ekonomin.
För att innan så, vem såg till att torkningen, för det där har jag ju, trodde jag ju att fortfarande var den stora risken att torkningen gick åt skogen och sen då den här korta fermenteringen, att det är där alla de riskerna, det är klart att det är risk med att det inte regnar också. Men nu har de alltså eliminerat några steg av risker.
Plus att du får ut kvinnorna
Som
ur hemmet. För de var ju de som var tvungna att vakta kaffet så att ingen tog det.
Jag tog det till exempel.
Ja,
förstås.
exakt.
Okej. Ja.
Så att, alltså det finns ju hur mycket som helst. Vill ni veta mer om själva projektet, hör av er. Vi finns här för att berätta. Men som ni ser, vi är otroligt stolta över det här. Och vi är så glada att ni har hängt med oss idag. Även om det inte kanske blev riktigt som vi trodde. Men det blev väl bra ändå. Men jag tänker, ska vi inte prova det här kaffet?
Jo, ja, men vi måste prova kaffet.
Ja.
Precis. Och vi har ju hört nu att det här ska vara då väldigt balanserat, sofistikerat, syrligt med lite toner av tranbär
som
och
oss.
vinbär. Ja,
Ja.
lite som vi helt enkelt.
precis
Lite
så.
syrliga
Ja.
och sofistikerade och balanserade.
Ja, framförallt.
Ja.
Eller hur?
Det här ska bli... Så det här är ett samarbete då med Lykke och
Och Konsumentföreningen Stockholm.
Och de här är de röda bären som sen har blivit till ett gott kaffe. Sådär ja.
Alltså det är ju
Mycket
gott.
gott.
Eller hur?
Gott.
Fantastiskt.
Fantastiskt gott kaffe. Värt att prova. Ser det som årets julklapp.
Mycket bra idé. Och sen ska vi veta att kaffet kommer ju nu att säljas i några utvalda Coop-butiker från och med vecka 46. Det vill säga 13 till 19 november.
Då
Så-
börjar försäljningen.
Ja,
Sen fortgår den ju förstås.
Ja, för det kommer att bli rusning.
Ja,
Det förstår ju
precis.
ni också.
Det är årets julklapp.
Ja, men absolut. Så att jag vill bara sluta med att säga så här. Tack Sara!
Ja, men
Vad
tack
roligt att få hänga med
snälla.
dig.
Ja, jag fick lära mig mest. Jag fick mest sitta här och bara känna mig wow, vilket projekt, och vad konkret det blir när man får vara delaktig.
Ja,
tack
men-
snälla Anna och tack snälla VFX för att jag fick vara med idag.
Ja, och tack för att du får hänga. Och så tänker jag så här, vi kan ju komma till ditt provkök och hitta på något annat.
Ja visst, vi kan ta allt det här som ni gör in i vårat kök.
Ja, det blir
Ja,
jättebra.
det blir jättebra.
Det blir nästa steg. Tack ska ni ha hörni. Och
Tack för
ha
att ni
det
lyssnade.
jättebra.
Tack.